Boar's Head is bringing a slice of Japan to the deli. Introducing Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. Tender, slow-roasted chicken breast, coated in our signature teriyaki glaze, where ginger, garlic, and a hint of brown sugar meet for a flavor that's both sweet and savory. New Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. The bold flavor of Japan. Now at the deli. Only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call
Ghost.
That's right, man. Hey, what's going on, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to another edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you for tuning in with me. This is episode number 243 on this tax day edition. Well, it's actually the 18th, but I don't want to get into that. We'll get into that later. But a tax day edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, folks, because you and I know if you're a worker, if you're a capitalist, you got to pay taxes to this ridiculous Gestapo, mafioso government of ours, and I really don't appreciate it. But at the same time, we have a legal ramification to our disdain. Do you understand what I'm saying? When capitalists are in opposition of the government, we have a legal opposition because we pay this crap, all right? We're the ones that are paying the taxes on this crap. We are the machinery of governments. Do you understand that? All right, and I think that these damn governments need to start recognizing the capitalists, and that's what I have always advocated, folks, whenever I broadcast it on this show, that the capitalists need to be recognized by these governments. And if they don't start recognizing us, well, then we are going to force ourselves to be recognized. And let me tell you, that's exactly what Donald Trump's candidacy is, and that's what it means to me, and that's what it means to the capitalist army, and it should mean that to you, too. Individual freedom, capitalism, economic freedom, opportunity, not handouts, boy. Opportunity, not handouts. Anyway, folks, before we get on with the broadcast, I'd like for everybody to please bookmark the official website of the True Capitalist Radio Show. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, folks, if you haven't already done so, please follow me on Twitter. The Twitter name to follow is Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. Anyway, folks, it is a tax day edition, tax weekend. The capitalists, I'm pretty sure, not very excited this weekend. If they're going to have a drink, it's going to be because we have to pay Uncle Sam. You see, we're not like these dirty dish rag whore single mothers that want to pat themselves on the back all the time, who shit out children for financial gain and a huge tax return. I mean, do you understand, folks, that these women who shit out about 5, 6, 7 kids, they get like $8,000, $10,000 in tax returns. They get that from the government. You understand that? The child tax credit, they put not one red cent into the tax system, and yet they get money back around this time. I mean, it should make you sick to your stomach, folks. And you see, we see what's going on here in America just by looking at the product of children that are coming out. And I don't blame the children. Remember, folks, we are all born in this earth innocent. All right? We don't have any preset instructions. All right, we don't know how to automatically do things through instinct, like the spider knows how to weave its own web, and like the beaver knows how to build a dam, and the ants know how to instinctively build ant piles, so on and so forth, folks. We're not like that. Do you understand? We are born innocent, and unfortunately, because we have trivialized life in America today, and not to mention feminism has trivialized life, they think it's perfectly okay because we have an entitlement system that induces this activity, that women can just shit out children like it's no big deal, like they're a goddamn accessory and a money-making opportunity. You understand what I'm saying, folks? So that's why I criticize the social landscape as it relates to our youth, because I feel sorry for these young children, man, and they don't have a chance in hell. Like I said, just imagine these women, all right? They have all these children. They're still single. They want to be cougars. They want to go out and do whatever the hell they want to do, for Christ's sake. Where are these children when mother's out there trying to get the high hard one from somebody that looks good in a leather jacket, slick back hair, and flipping a nickel? Huh? Where are these children at? I mean, that is the question, folks, and that's why we're seeing these children a little bit warped in their mental capacity. All right, and I didn't mean to get off on that soliloquy about that, but, I mean, this is serious stuff that needs to be said, and I just, I have this little venue here. I figure I'm going to go ahead and say it. Anyway, folks, it's a Baller Friday on top of it being a tax day, and I'd like to open up the phones a little bit. I want to talk about whatever the hell you want to talk about, all right? It is a free-format Baller Friday edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. We're going to talk about whatever you want to talk about, baby. I mean, hell, that's the least you could do to the capitalist here. I mean, we just got paying all the goddamn taxes to the government this week. I mean, I know as well as you, folks, I had to pay some taxes, all right? I have to pay taxes, all right? Like I was alluding to before I got off on that soliloquy about dirty dish rag whore single mothers, that real capitalists have to pay this government. You see, we don't get money back from the government. You understand? I mean, we got to pay this son of a bitch because we're actually making money out here in America. We're actually producing out here in America. And you see, it makes me sick. You see, this is where this warped sense of perception of the world comes from, folks, and it's being induced by our government because look at the entitlement system, folks. Look at the way the tax systems run, all right? They are socially engineering us with these these child tax credits and all these other kind of social engineering methods of making it financially motivating to go out and have children, get divorced, be single, so on and so forth. So anyway, folks, I'd like to hear from you. We're going to go right to the phones, 516-453-9903. All right, we're going to talk about whatever you want to talk about. I know the capitalists are in a little bit bad mood. I'm in a bad mood. I had to write a check to old Uncle Sam. My corporation had to write a check, and I had to write a personal check. All right, and I don't appreciate it one freaking bit. All right, and if you're a corporation, whether LLC, C Corp, S Corp, whatever the case might be, you know as well as I, you got to pay that crap in March. But your personal income tax is due April 15th. And, the reason that they extended this tax season to April 18th was not to give you a break, folks. You see, there's some holiday that's being celebrated that usually falls on this week. I think it's a certain president's birthday or something of that nature. And they at Washington, D.C., take this as a holiday for the government bureaucrats, okay? Now, you see, that holiday falls today. And you see, they celebrate that stupid, well, it's not a stupid holiday, it's for a president, but it's stupid in the sense that the bureaucrats take the day off and get paid for it, too, folks. Always remember, when bureaucrats have a holiday off, they're getting paid to take the day off, all right? But they're taking that day off and celebrating it in D.C. today. So the bureaucrats and the IRS and all the other bureaucrats of the Treasury and everybody else, everybody's got the day off. They're celebrating the president's birthday or whatever it is today in D.C. So that's why you have an extension to April 18th to pay your taxes. Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, it has nothing to do with the fact that IRS is just feeling sorry for people and like, well, you know what, it's a bad economy. Obama came along and just literally turned this into goddamn junkyard America, and we're just going to go ahead and give them a couple of days just to get their bearings straight, just like the LAB said, just get the bearings straight. But no, this is all bureaucrats, folks, all bureaucratic crap. Anyway, let's go right to the phones. This is a free format Baller Friday, baby. And if you want to, get in contact with us, 516-453-9903. The Trump train is in full effect, folks. I just saw him speak here a couple hours ago in New York. And once again, he is pouncing the fact that this is a corrupt system. This is a corrupt establishment, and we need to continue to emphasize that as we continue forward. The Trump train moves on, folks. Anyway, let's go ahead and go right to the phones. Who's been holding on the longest, engineer? Okay, I'll go ahead and go. 650, what's going on? You're on the air.
What's up, Ghost? It's Strope. I wanted to get your input on something because I know Trump is down with Israel. I was wondering, are you down with Israel too, with like the central banks and how they own the Federal Reserve?
Well, that's actually a good question. All right, now let me talk about the Federal Reserve. And that's a very good question, Strope. I really appreciate it. First and foremost, I mean, the state of Israel is something that I personally don't have any vested interest in. Unfortunately, the individuals, the Jewish people that that occupy Israel and call it their home state, they have a very big influence in our system in America. And what I mean by that, it's not just the Federal Reserve. Now, I'll get to the Federal Reserve in a minute, but I just want to finish on the Jewish state in Israel. I don't have a vested interest in it personally, but I do understand that this is a powder keg waiting to happen, and whether there's going to be peace established between the two states of Palestine and Israel, I have no freaking clue. But I don't personally believe that our national security, I'm talking about America's national security, should be held in the balance as it relates to Israel's potential aggressions towards their enemies, if that makes any sense. I mean, I don't think that we should be on the hook if Israel decides to bomb Iran out of its own, free will. I don't think that we should be on the hook if Israel decides to go out and, bomb another Arab state. I don't think that we should just go ahead blindly go into that. But I do believe that Israel should exist, and I hope that they come to some sort of a conclusion in that situation. But as to the Federal Reserve question, now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not against the Federal Reserve, all right? Now, let me explain why, folks. I'm against it because at this point, because they're printing out the money, and it's just getting ridiculous, and they bailed out banks. I mean, there's a whole reason why I don't like it now. It needs to be rectified. It needs to be cleaned up. It needs to be audited, and that's what Donald Trump is advocating. And when he becomes president, he's going to audit the Fed. But the reason I'm not complete in disagreement with the Federal Reserve is because if you take a look at history, okay, you take a look pre-1913, and you take a look at the economic climate at that time, it was very unstable, all right? I mean, it was really, really bad in America as it related to the economic productivity of this country. I mean, this was at the very least the post-end of the Industrial Revolution of the mid-1800s. Carnegie and, all those guys, J.P. Morgan, they had already, produced all the steel they could to industrialize America and all the other westernized nation states. And what was happening here is you had a whole bunch of disenfranchised people during this time. As a matter of fact, the biggest fervor of leftism and anarchism came from this particular time in American history, from about 1885 to about 1910, 1920. Hell, even going into the 1920s. Now, the reason the fervor of leftism and anarchism, kind of just saturated itself at the time was because of the lack of economic opportunity, because the big guys that basically cornered the market of the Industrial Revolution had all the money. I mean, that's where the whole game of Monopoly comes from, folks. Why do you think they got some son of a bitch that looks like between J.P. Morgan and Carnegie as the Monopoly guy, all right? Now, what the Federal Reserve was to do, and let me tell you, I mean, for all those folks that are claiming that the Federal Reserve is a privately held entity, it is, all right? I mean, let's be honest, all right? It's a privately held entity. Who owns it? Well, your guess is as good as mine because we don't know who owns it, all right? But of course, know for a fact that J.P. Morgans and the Carnegies and the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds probably are, on the board of owners, to say the least, all right? Now, what the Federal Reserve did was act like the bank in the Monopoly game. Do you understand? The game of Monopoly is a very important game, folks, and if you don't play it, then you're an idiot, all right? Because they became the bank. And why did they become the bank? Because they knew how to structure monetary policy, because they were the ones that monopolized the whole industry, the Industrial Revolution. All right? Now, what happened is that they influenced the American government to the point where they became the central bank of America, okay? And then once they were signed in, and of course there's a whole bunch of nefarious conspiracies and Jekyll Island. I mean, it's really not a conspiracy. I mean, Jekyll Island did happen. The meeting did happen. It did pass under weird circumstances on Christmas in 1913. All right. I mean, let's be honest. Okay. I mean, I'm all about the truth. Anyway, after 1913, you take a look at what happened to the economy of America after that. It just went up and up and up. I mean, the Roaring 20s happened after the institution of the Federal Reserve basically took over the monetary system. All right? I mean, let's be honest. Now, I know people talk garbage that, well, it did bring upon the Great Depression. No, it didn't. Okay? What brought upon the Great Depression was Roosevelt's ridiculously pathetic extension of government into private enterprise. All right? Seriously, I mean, that's what it comes down to, folks. If you take a look at what the government did during the time of the Great Depression, it was the motivating factor of why not only did we have a Great Depression, but why it sustained itself for so very long. And in my personal opinion, Roosevelt had the same motivation that every bureaucrat has, power until he croaks, all right, was the reason why he wanted the whole America to go through the Great Depression. I mean, look, folks, that's why everybody from those days loved Roosevelt. They thought that he was such a great guy. You want to know why? He was a leftist. He was a propagandist. I mean, do you remember the fireside chats? I mean, it's in the history books that he would force the American people because, look, we didn't have TVs at the time because Roosevelt wouldn't allow TV to enter America. I'm not joking. They had TVs all over Europe for a long period of time before we even had one because he was afraid. I'm telling you, the leftists, the Franklin, the Roosevelt administration at the time was afraid that if they saw Hitler on TV, like the American people saw Hitler speaking, that they'd be mesmerized and, take up arms and, go against FDR. I kid you not, folks. I'm not joking. I know people are like, oh, come on. I'm serious. This is true. Anyway, they'd have these fireside chats, and this idiot Roosevelt would just completely mesmerize the people into believing that the reason that they were going through this depression was because it's the rich and it's this and it's that and it's the war. I mean, he had an excuse every week. All right, and that's why he's the only son of a bitch that served 4 terms in office. And let me tell you, we should never have a son of a bitch like that again. But anyway, that is what caused the Great Depression. Now, what is my criticism at this point in time now? My criticism is that the Federal Reserve, in my personal opinion, is overprinting money. They are ridiculously ruining the monetary system of America. Now, some may say it's by design, but then again, whose design? I mean, whose design is it? Because if you look at our government, they're the ones that are racking up the $19 trillion in debt that we have. All right? I mean, you understand this, right? I mean, so you can't blame the Federal Reserve as the sole culprit of our economic situation. As a matter of fact, the Federal Reserve has made America an economic producer of the world, in my personal opinion. I mean, I'm not trying to kiss their ass or anything of that nature, but I mean, the proof is in the history. You look at pre-1913, man. I mean, this was anarchist territory. I mean, Leon Kozlov assassinated President McKinley, in the 1890s. All right, I mean, I'm serious. I mean, that's how freaked out leftist, radical, anarchist, It was at the time because there was no economic opportunity. And what was sad about it is that pre-1913, you had everybody who was a skilled carpenter. They were railroad builders. I mean, these were the people that built America. And when they no longer had any more work, they got pissed, and this is where the leftist and anarchist fervor came from, folks. So, yeah, is the Federal Reserve a privately run entity? Yeah, sure it is. Is it like an evil, bad, nefarious organization? I don't believe so. I don't think it's any more evil than this disgusting, despicable government that is now trying to rob us of our goddamn right to vote. So, look, I'm not really I don't think that the Federal Reserve is like the bulk of our problems, folks. It's definitely our stupid government. Because our government could easily audit this Fed to see where all this money that they lent these banks went to, who got these low-interest loans, 0% loans, and all this other stuff, which I know is the criticism of the Federal Reserve. But remember, it's our government, folks. This is our government. They're the ones that are supposed to be overseeing the Federal Reserve, and they're not doing it. They're not doing it, all right? So, absolute power corrupts absolutely, all right? It's just a matter of time. Always happens, always has, always will. Thank you for your call, man. I really appreciate it. We're going to go right back to the phones. Give me a call, 516-453-9903. It's Baller Friday, baby. You understand? I know it's tax weekend, folks. I'm sorry for the capitalists that have to pay money to this damn Gestapo mafioso government, folks. But remember, that's what separates you from these idiots that are sucking off the teat of the government, folks. I'm telling you, you are a better person. I know people are going to say, oh, that's not nice to say. That's not nice to say, Ghost. Why would you say that somebody's a better person because they pay taxes and somebody doesn't? Does that need a freaking explanation? Huh? I mean, you're the one that's contributing. I mean, even if you're cleaning enema bags for a living, all right? Even if you're cleaning shitters, all right, and you're paying taxes, all right, and you're not collecting 1 red cent from the government teat, from the government dole, you are a better person than the person that is. Bottom line, that's all there is to it, all right? Now, I know there are some people that say, well, I fell on bad times, Ghost. I needed some food. I get it, okay? I get it. Fine. that's why it was intended to be there. It was intended to be there so just in case, somebody fell on hard times, can't find a job, they get, some food stamps for a little bit so they can go out until they find a goddamn job. But no, you got idiots that have been living off this crap ever since Barack Hussein Obama came in with his junkyard America economic policy, and they've been living off this crap for the past 8 years. So anyway, folks, all right, I'd like for you to give me a call. Once again, a free format Baller Friday edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. We're going to talk about whatever you want to talk about, baby. 516-453-9903. Do we have any more callers, engineer? All right, how about 513? You're on the horn. What's up?
Hey, again, cum guzzler. I want you to really worship my cock.
Hey, how about I give your phone number over the internet? How about that? Maybe you can get somebody that'll.
That sounds good.
Yeah, you want that? How about 513-409-4170? Somebody help that guy out, please. All right. Anyway, let's get another caller here. 831. What's going on? You're on the horn.
Hello, Doc. Mickey Mouse here. I was wondering what kind of shot collar you got for Templeton because my dog Pluto could use it.
Well, let's wait for Radio Graffiti for that, folks. Come on, Jesus Christ. How about 614? He's probably a serious dude. What's going on?
Hello, Ghost. How are you today? Oh, my.
We got Tub Guy in the house. What's going on, man? What do you want to talk about, Tub Guy?
How was that protest going in Colorado? That's what I'm curious about.
Well, according to reports, it's supposed to happen later this evening because, remember, it's tax day. There's people that are coming out of work, so on and so forth. So there's supposed to be something here as the evening approaches, from what I understand. But I haven't heard any reports about it.
Well, I'm just...
So anyway, go ahead, Tough Guy. Sorry about that. What were you going to say?
Well, I was just going to say I'm surprised it hasn't been an all-day thing, but you answered my question with that it's tax day.
No, absolutely, man. Here, I'll come back to you, maybe come Radio Graffiti time. But, yeah, I mean, it's tax day. It's a working Friday. It's a Baller Friday. And let me tell you, man, I'm telling you, the tax the taxes are getting more and more ridiculous, all right? And we need a more simple tax system. I mean, why do we have to pay all these ridiculous taxes? And, on top of our personal income tax, all right, on top of the personal income tax, we got to pay all these other taxes. I mean, you got to pay a tax to drive your car with like a registration, inspection. You got to pay a tax to go fishing. Try to go fishing without a goddamn permit and see if your ass doesn't get ticketed or taken to jail with some asshole power trippy cop, all right? I'm serious, man. You got to pay a tax for everything, man. You know that? I'm serious. I'm not joking. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, let's keep it going. Thanks a lot, Tub Guy. I want to hear from you, 516-453-9903. We're taking calls. We're talking about whatever you want to talk about. 619, you're on the horn. What's up?
Hey, guys, it's Asho.
Hey, what's going on, Asho?
Yeah, so you've been bringing up public education recently, and I want to play as a witness, to be honest.
I'm sure you were. You want to give us a little bit of 411 on what you saw in the public education system as you were going through it?
Yeah, like our public education is so messed up in so many ways, guys. Like, and you see this pattern, like you say, the minorities, the Mexicans, the black. They don't care about education. Like, they don't care about school. They're the ones bringing in drugs and shit. I'm not trying to, be racist over here, but I'm just telling you the truth right here.
No, you're absolutely right. No, hold on there, Asho. You're absolutely right. You're not being racist. But you see, what's unfortunate is that nobody really understands the problem of schools. Schools, what they are, it's an institutionalization of people. And you heard these guys that come out of prison, and they have a hard time adjusting to real life after being in prison for like 5-10 years, and they call themselves institutionalized. I've been institutionalized, where they find it easier just to go into the institution and follow in line than actually be accountable for oneself and survive in regular society. Now, what you're describing, Asho, is the fact that the public education system is much like prison. And in prison, blacks hang around with the blacks. All right, they have a whole big black gang. The Mexicans, they have their own, Mexican mafia, their own Mexican gang. The whites, they got their own Aryan thing. I mean, so on and so forth. And you have the same thing in schools. Now, the only difference is in some schools, you have more affluent areas. Like if you live in a rich neighborhood, you might see a little bit of different diversity. But that's a whole other different story. And of course, those districts take care of those schools and those students. But you're absolutely right, Asho. I mean, the whole reason why you have these problems is because, in my opinion, the public education system induces this activity in the minority groups in public education. Am I wrong?
No, you're absolutely right, actually, because in my school, I went to like this high school in Southern California, and Southern California is minority heaven. We all know this, all right? We got Mexicans, we got blacks, we got Filipino, we got everything, all right? And they actually segregate each other into little Tijuana, little Mexico, little Nigeria, and that's what they call it. They don't give a fuck. That's what they're calling these little areas. And guess what these people are doing after high school? Because I'm out of college right now. I mean, I'm out of high school right now. I'm into college. But guess what the Mexicans...
congratulations, Asho, man, for going to college. But go ahead.
Yeah. Guess what they're doing after high school?
I don't know. I give up.
Okay, most of my friends, minority friends, because I used to hang out with Mexicans, and it didn't hit me. You know this Mexican Asho, smoking marijuana, cerveza, and all this stuff in high school and stuff like that. Yeah. Most of these people are getting pregnant, and they're not going into the education force, so they're going directly to the workforce, and that's where they're stuck.
That isn't just the sound of the 2016 Mercedes-Benz C-Class high-strength steel and aluminum frame being formed. It's the sound of conviction. Conviction that created a lighter, quicker, and more efficient C-Class, whose beautiful form commands attention, while its more powerful, fuel-efficient engine demands to be driven. This is what conviction sounds like. Now, discover what it feels like in a 2016 Mercedes-Benz C-Class.
Well, I mean, it's okay if they go to the workforce. Unfortunately, I mean, when you make a decision like having a child, I don't think that these, especially teenagers or even women that are in their early 20s, understand that that is a lifetime decision. And if they go right to the workforce, I mean, I don't mind that. It's that when they go when they go from the public education system right into the welfare system or the food card system, or the housing assistance system. I mean, don't you understand? There's a common theme here, folks. I mean, it's a vested interest in these bureaucrats to keep you in systems. Do you understand? I mean, so when you have Barack Obama talking about growing government, that's what he's talking about. He wants to create more systems so that people like you can just be pushed along and herded on like some sheep or like some goddamn domestic animal from system to system so that the job security and all the money that is coming in from our taxes can go into their goddamn pockets. I mean, it all makes sense, doesn't it, folks, huh? It all makes sense. And, hey, Asho, you want any last words or anything, man?
No, to be honest, keep up the good show, bro. Sorry to call you, bro. Ghost. And that's it, pretty much. I listen every day, all right?
Hey, man, I appreciate it, Asho. I mean, I'm serious. It's really, really good to hear from you, and I'm glad that you're in college. I'm glad that you were able to kind of push through whatever the stigma related towards, your ethnicity. I mean, don't get me wrong, Asho. Don't let whatever subjugated Mexican area that is, making you sick as it relates to, ignorance or whatnot. I mean, you got to remember, you take a look at the government rolls, all right? I mean, take a look at StatsBrain and take a look at the people that are collecting the food stamps. I mean, almost 50% blacks, almost 50% whites. The Mexicans or Latinos, 15%. That's it, 15%. And you see, that's why Donald Trump is so confident that he could win the Latino vote. And I believe him. I believe him because Latinos want to work. I mean, they're one of the hardest working people I've ever seen. I mean, I'm out here in Texas. We got a lot of Mexicans walking around out here in Texas, and they're the hardest workers that I have ever seen in my life. All right? So, I mean, I know that, there's some areas where it's like Little Mexico, Little Tijuana, and it's, kind of ridiculous, and, they fall in line with that stereotype. But I've seen it firsthand, folks. I mean, all these Latinos and these Mexicans, all they want to do, I'm going to be honest, I hire them. All they want to do is get done with their work, and they do 110%. They go all out, all right? Doesn't matter if they're legal or illegal, quote, unquote. They'll go all out. And once they're done with their workday, they just want to go have some cervezas and, go, like, dance some conjunto or some crap, all right? That's all they want to do. That's all they want to do. They want to do, like, cumbia or whatever the dance. That's all they want to do, man. I mean, I'm telling you right now, Trump will win the Latino vote, all right? Regardless of what the leftists are trying to do to agitate Latinos, I honestly believe that Trump will win because the Latinos, they don't want to be dependent on a goddamn system. All right, they don't want to be told, like, hey, you can't eat that. Remember, Latinos, they're rather large. They like to eat, all that lard-based food like tortillas and, tamales and, all that other crap. But still, I mean, the government wants to regulate that type of eating. You know what I'm saying? And these Mexicans don't want to be regulated, boy. You understand that? They don't want to be regulated. These are the people from Zapata. You know what I'm saying? Give me a break. Anyway, folks, it's good to hear Ashel break through that stereotype that's obviously trying to encapsulate him in his part of the country. Good job, Ashel. All right, here. As a matter of fact, let me get a drink. Let me take a drink to Ashel here, man, because hey, cheers. Cheers to Ashel, man. Keep it going, man. I remember this kid used to call me up when he was an 8-year-old Justin Bieber lookalike Mexican kid, and he would call me up. I mean, those calls, I think, are on YouTube somewhere. And he would call up pretending. I don't know if he was pretending. I don't know. I was hoping he was pretending. I was getting a little upset. But, he'd have pornography in the background. He'd be smoking reefer, you know what I'm saying? He'd be drinking cerveza. And I was a little upset. I was like, what kind of a freaking mother can leave this poor young Justin Bieber Mexican kid alone while she's out there probably trying to look for Alabama Black Snake at Applebee's or something, and it just pissed me off. But to hear that he is going to college, good job, Ashel. Cheers, baby. Cheers to him, and cheers to the capitalist army on this Baller Friday, baby. Cheers. Oh, yeah, baby. Woo! Anyway, let's keep it going. 516-453-9903 is the number to call, folks. All right, like I said, let's keep the prank calls back to Radio Graffiti. We'll extend Radio Graffiti for 30 minutes, all right? Just keep the crap off of the mainstream part of the show here. Anyway, 678, you're on the horn. What's up, man? What do you want to talk about?
Yo, as a capitalist socialist, I just want to tell you, like, I work 20 hours a week, and I collect my welfare check. And at the end of the year, I got a pretty good return, so I'm actually balling pretty good on this Friday.
Oh, yeah? Well, you know that because you're collecting that, all right, one day the capitalists, and I know people think that I'm just talking out my derriere as it relates to this, but I guarantee you, folks, there will be a day, and it's coming very soon. And let me tell you, you people that are afraid of Trump, that are on the government dole, you have reason to be, baby. All right, because let me tell you, he is going to start cutting, and in my personal opinion, and I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but I think the probability of it happening is rather high. He goes right after you frauds, especially you 678, people like yourself, and they go through the dole and investigate these people, and when they realize that they have been frauds, we're going to take it out of their ass, all right? I'm not kidding around. We're going to take it out of your ass. And if you don't have the money to pay us back that the taxpayer gave you because you defrauded us, then we're going to throw you in jail, all right? How you like that, baby? And if you don't think it's going to happen, by God, if freaking Donald Trump is elected, you better believe it's going to happen, all right? I'm not joking around. Why do you think he's so confident that he's going to be able to cut this goddamn deficit, man? What do you think he's going to do? Are you kidding me? He's going to start cutting. He's going to start going into those government doles. He's going to, start running through those names. He's going to check those red flags. He's going to investigate that fraud. And when he investigates that fraud, he's going to realize that, wait a minute. These people have been collecting for some odd years, and then lo and behold, they aren't disabled, or they aren't poor, or they aren't struggling. Well, let's get that money back out of these people's asses. And if they don't have it, then they go to jail, all right? And in my personal opinion, we're going to see a lot of those people if Trump is elected. I guarantee it, folks. I guarantee it. So go ahead and keep on thinking that you're screwing over the system, sir. But I guarantee you, you will rue the day that you collected the beans from the government that you did, and you have to pay for it out of your ass. And I'm serious. You people think it's a joke. Just ask Greece if it was a joke, all right? Go ask Greece if it was a goddamn joke. Anyway, 808, you're on the horn. What's going on?
Hey, Ghost. Now that you're back on all that, I was wondering, what's your opinion on John McAfee? Because he's running for president for the Libertarian Party.
Let me tell you something about John McAfee, okay? Now, I agree with a lot of the things that he is saying as the Libertarian president, but I personally think John McAfee is a piece of shit. All right? I'm sorry. I hate that son of a bitch, and let me tell you why, okay? Let me tell you why. And this is my personal opinion, okay? So you could take it as what you want. But John McAfee got away with murder, okay? He was a citizen of Belize, okay? He actually invested millions of dollars in the Belizean government, the Belizean infrastructure. He actually bought a lot of the equipment for the Belizean police and so on and so forth. And because, he thought he was rich because of McAfee antivirus, he thought he could just buy himself into like some sort of kingdom in Belize. This is my opinion, of course. And then once he, had some mansion, he thought he was some badass son of a bitch. He had two girlfriends. I mean, one of them was a teenager. All right. And what happened is one of his neighbors, and this is all alleged, of course. One of his neighbors, I guess, I don't know, had an affair with one of his teenage girlfriends, or fondled her. I don't know what happened, but John McAfee killed this son of a bitch. all right? And once he killed it, he thought he was going to get away with it. He thought because, I bought the police's gear, I bought all this crap, that I'm just going to go ahead and get away with murder, Nuh-uh. The Belizean police tried to look for this son of a bitch. This guy went right away to the nearest freaking Guatemalan border. This idiot was caught at the Guatemalan border and pretended that he was having a heart attack and that he needed help and he needed to be on a plane to freaking America. And believe it or not, Guatemala fell for this crap, but, I'm sure there were some greased palms along the way. They fell for this crap, and they sent this son of a bitch on a plane. I think it landed in Florida, and when this idiot landed in Florida, you know what this son of a bitch did? This murderous scumbag actually got off the plane and lit a cigarette. You know what I'm saying? And there was a microphone right in his face, and said, "John McAfee, are you kidding me? Did you really get away with it?" And he said, and I'm quoting, "Looks like I did, didn't it?" With the freaking cigarette in his mouth. So look, just on that premise, I think that John McAfee is a piece of crap. All right. Now, look, I'm not trying to say that, there's no unjustified murder here. Like, if somebody is breaking into your home, I think that you are in your moral, ethical, and legal right to blow that son of a bitch away, all right? But when, you're pissed off or in a fit of rage and you want to, if somebody banged your stupid teenage girlfriend or whatever was alleged and you kill this man, I don't think you should get away with that crap. And look, at this guy's going to try to run for president. This guy is mocking us. It's an insult to my intelligence, all right? I'm sorry. It's my opinion, all right? John McAfee, of course, will probably have a different story, but I keep up with the news, pal, all right? I read the news. I know what happened. So I'm sorry, folks. I didn't mean to get off on that freaking, get off keister about that. But I'm serious, man. I just don't like that son of a bitch based upon that alone. Just on that alone. I don't think that anybody should get away with that kind of murder, all right? And it looks like he did, just like he said, right when he got off the goddamn plane. Anyway, folks, I'm glad you asked that question. No, I spit on John McAfee, and I as a matter of fact, if I ever saw him at a damn bar, I'd probably take a swing at the son of a bitch, all right? I'm sorry. All right? I don't like people that think they're above the law, all right? Even if they are a capitalist, all right? Even if they are a capitalist, the law's the law. You can't just go and blow somebody away because they banged your teenage girlfriend. I don't think so, man. I'm sorry. You got to serve some time, all right? That's all there is to it. You got to face justice. You can't just snipe somebody's life like that. I'm sorry. Unless that son of a bitch is breaking in your home, unless that person is in your domicile uninvited, by all means, you have every right to blow that son of a bitch away, but this was just a horrific murder, and I'm sorry. Screw you, John McAfee, you piece of trash. Anyway, 516-453-9903. It's a free format Baller Friday edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. We're talking about whatever you want to talk about, baby. Go ahead and give me a call, 516-453-9903. How about 248? You're on the horn.
Hey, do you have an opinion on negative interest rates at all?
No, absolutely I have an opinion. I think it's ridiculous. All right, now for you folks that are unaware of negative interest rates, beware because they're coming. Now, once upon a time in the 80s, and even before that, in the 50s and 40s, so on and so forth, one would take their money that they earn, whether they're earning it at a job, a salary, a business, they would take that money and deposit it in a bank. Now, what the bank would do is they would hold that money and pay you interest on that money, because what they do is they take your money that you put in a bank, all right, they lend it out to various people, like people who want to buy a car, people who want to buy a house, people who want to buy or take a loan for a business, and they charge those folks interest, and because you put your money in that bank, they would pay you interest because of it. And that's why, you get high interest, or you used to, when you had savings accounts. You understand? That's why they would pay you a pretty good percentage that would be above and beyond the rate of inflation. And unfortunately, that has gone bye-bye into modern-day America, all right, folks? Now, as you can see, you've got to pay these sons of bitches for them to hold your money, all right? I mean, now, you got to take a piss and blood test just to take out cash from the goddamn freaking teller at the freaking bank. I mean, I'm not joking, folks. Now, what negative interest rates is now they're not going to pay you interest. They are going to take interest from your savings. Do you understand? I'm not joking. I'm not kidding. Now they're talking about doing this. I'm not kidding around. Your savings accounts, instead of gaining interest, they are going to take interest out of your money because they are holding your freaking money. I mean, I'm not joking. This is how mad and insane that we are getting in this country. Negative interest rates. I never thought I'd ever see the day. But, of course, this rhetoric is coming right out of this international bureaucratic socialist institution called the International Monetary Fund, folks. And I'm telling you, you need to do your reading on these international organizations. They are the ones that are controlling our government, folks. I'm talking about the International Monetary Fund. I'm talking about the World Bank, the United Nations, NATO, all right, all these dumb, stupid international bureaucratic institutions that are unelected, that have nothing to do with America. They are influencing our bureaucrats, and the reason they're influencing our bureaucrats is because our bureaucrats are career bureaucrats. They do this for a living. So when you've already attained the highest position of power you can in America, where else is there to go? You go to the international bureaucracies, huh? I mean, why do you think Paul Wolfowitz, who was, one of these idiots, and I forgot what, somebody in the intelligence agencies, one of these intelligence agencies in the Bush administration, why do you think after he got out, he became the president of the World Bank, huh? I mean, that's how these bureaucrats work, man. That's bureaucracy. That's why you should never trust a goddamn bureaucrat, especially an international bureaucrat. That's why Trump's election is so important, because this man is going to reset all that crap. He's just going to take a step back and say, look, we don't need these ridiculous international institutions. We're going to make America great again. So once again, beware, all right? Beware of negative interest rates, all right, because it's coming to a bank near you. And that means that not only are you going to have to pay all these service fees and all this other crap, now they're going to take interest out of your savings, out of your checking, out of wherever you have money held. They're going to take interest monthly out for holding your money. I mean, this is insane, man. This is just completely and utterly insane. And why are they doing this, folks? Because of our unbelievable amount of debt that we have. I mean, once again, I want to reiterate, we have $19 trillion in debt, okay? Now, what the hell does that mean? I know people are like, well, okay, I mean, why don't we pay it? Why do we care? Do you understand that that debt needs to be paid to the bondholders that took on that debt? Now, there are people that hold United States bonds. Those are the people that are holding and carrying the American debt. And those people can call for they can call for payments at any time, folks. I mean, especially these majority bondholders. And if they do, I mean, we're in some serious trouble, all right? I mean, I'm serious. We're in some serious trouble. So that's why paying down this debt is so crucial. And that's why we're having negative interest rates being deducted now, or they're not yet. I think they're implementing that now in Europe. But it's coming here to America, folks. And the reason is because of all this debt that we're incurring by growing our government to ridiculous Frankensteinish proportions. It's freaking pathetic. Good question, by the way, because I don't think people realize that negative interest rates are coming around the corner. I'm not kidding around. They're coming around the corner, and you people need to get ready, because one day you're going to look at your goddamn statement, and you're going to say, wait a minute, Nick, what's this interest being taken out of my savings? What is this crap? Well, now you know. If you don't know, now you know, all right? Here we go. Let's take another caller, 516-453-9903, free format, Baller Friday edition. We're talking about whatever you want to talk about. 941, you're on the horn. What's up?
Hey, Ghost. How's it going?
How you doing, man?
It's Karaskan, by the way. There is something I want to
Hey, what's going on, Karaskan? How you doing, man?
Not too bad. Just having a stroll in the outdoors. But anyway, I need to address something that, did you remember that one time that you don't like bronies because of their crazy acts and all that. Well,
do I like bronies? Is that what you're asking?
You know, like you don't like brownies. There is something else I need to tell you, that this is nothing compared to the other fan bases. I'm talking about the Sonic fan base. Are you familiar with that?
No, I'm not familiar with any of these fandom stuff. I've never heard of the Sonic fan base, but what's wrong with the Sonic fan base?
Oh, don't get me started. Let me just tell you about the Sonic fan base, Ghost.
Go ahead.
These guys usually are the fans of the classic video game character Sonic the Hedgehog. Well, let me tell you something. The fan base over there are crazy. They are like the Brodies, but they are crazy. They just came up with such stupid characters, like the OC characters like that. You know, like it only takes about like 5 seconds to just make a character just by recoloring them.
Well, man, that sounds like a serious problem there, Karaskin. Hey, I'll tell you what, we'll get back to you in a minute, man, because, I'm not really a big fan of any of that video game stuff. I know I got a lot of gamers who listen to me. I don't like games, man. I'm sorry. I think it's a waste of life, personally. I like living real life. I like going out and meeting real people. I like seeing things. I like looking at things. I'm not sitting here wasting my life away. I'm not saying that you shouldn't like video games. I'm not hating on video games. I know that every once in a while, people that work, people that are capitalists, that's what they like to do, and by all means, you have every right to do that. But me personally, I just don't personally do that or care to do that, man. Anyway, it's good to hear from you, Karaskin. Maybe once again we'll have an Ask Karaskin segment of the show here soon enough, all right? Anyway, let's take some more callers. It's a free format Friday, whatever you want to talk about, baby. 727, you're on the horn.
Hey, Ghost. I was wondering if you're interested
in
my service. I'm wondering if you're interested in my service of dog walking since you're disabled.
Yeah, well, first of all, I'm not disabled, all right? And secondly, I walk my own dog, all right? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. 712, you're on the horn. Yeah, you're just sitting there. You're watching TV and listening to me, for Christ's sake. Pick a freaking medium! Jesus Christ. Anyway, it's a free format Friday, baby. We want to talk about whatever you want to talk about. 516-453-9903 is the number to call, excuse me. Let's see, who else do we got? 817, what do you want to talk about?
Hey, Lieutenant Dan, what do you think of the new season of My Little Pony?
Well, I don't have an opinion about it because I'm not a freaking brony, all right? Jesus Christ, I'm getting infested by bronies. It's sick. Anyway, folks, once again, 516-453-9903, 610, what do you want to talk about?
Has this tiger shrimp situation improved at all? Like, has it affected the local shrimp market over in Austin, Texas?
You're absolutely right, it has. Are you kidding me, man? Shrimp is ridiculously high, for Christ's sake, man. It's ridiculously high, man. I mean, I can't stand it. I mean, look, I'm a big fan of shrimp, all right? I like shrimp. And then, 4 years ago, we started seeing these invasion of these tiger shrimp, which are cannibalized shrimp, which eat the shrimp out here that we like to eat out here off the Gulf, man. The Key West pink shrimp, badass shrimp, man, all right? As a matter of fact, I go to Key West just because of the shrimp, all right? I mean, just between you and me. Well, and a bunch of other things, you got a lot of beautiful water, clear waters out there. I mean, my dream here in the next crash, because I'm not going to invest in any properties until the crash happens. All right, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. And by the time that happens, I hope that the American dollar is still sustainable, so that I could buy a property out there in Key West. I really do want to buy one of those islands that are off the coast there, these island homes. Have y'all seen these, man? Oh, my God. What a beautiful, beautiful piece of property. I mean, I've personally seen a couple myself just to try to entertain the notion of getting one, man. But it is a beautiful, beautiful sight. I mean, you're literally on your own island. You're on your own home in your own little island, man. It's beautiful, man. You got the crystal clear waters all next to you. You boat off the coast, man. They have They've got electricity running underneath the ocean there to, supply all the islands, or at least most of the islands, with electricity. Just, oh my God, I'm telling you, when the next crash happens, that's where I'm going to be, baby. I'm going to buy me one of them sons of bitches, and I'll be out there broadcasting live, baby. Woo! Anyway, how about 661? You're on the horn. What do you want to talk about?
Hey, Ghost. Happy Baller Friday.
Hey, happy Baller Friday, man. What you want to talk about? Excuse me.
I just wanted your opinion on rounding up and hanging those Colorado GOP leaders for treason. What do you think about that?
Well, I wouldn't go that far. All right, I wouldn't go that far because, you got to keep a level head. Now, do I agree that they possibly should be jailed or at least put on trial? Because, we still all have due process. I absolutely believe it because we have laws against depriving the people the right to vote. All right? I mean, I thought we settled this with Jim Crow, man. I mean, this is ridiculous. I mean, what's next? Are they going to charge us poll taxes like they did back in the old days of Jim Crow? The only way you're going to be able to vote is if you pay this poll tax. It's ridiculous, man. It's pathetic. All right, but yeah, I think they should be. I think they should be prosecuted as far as I'm concerned. I think that Reince Priebus and the GOP and the Democratic Party, if they rob Bernie Sanders of the nomination, I think that these people should be prosecuted, but not just on Jim Crow, but based upon the fact that they have committed utter racketeering, fraud, all kinds of other allegations against the American people. They're the ones that used to sell us, hey, if you don't vote, you can't complain about the government you get. And here we are, we're all going out in millions to vote, and they're denying us the right to do it. All right, they're trying to broker deals with the vanguard of the GOP. Like the freaking Chinese Politburo or some crap. It's pathetic. So yeah, I mean, I'm a little upset about it. I can understand the angst, but I think that we need to give everybody a due process, put them on trial, and then let a jury of their peers judge them accordingly. Who else do we got going on? Do we have any more callers, engineer? All right, we'll take one more caller, then we'll do some Twitter shout-outs, baby, all right? All right, here we go. Who else do we got? 609, you're on the horn. What do you want to talk about, man?
Your face looks like my butt.
I mean, is that supposed to be, like, funny? I mean, seriously, honestly, I mean, did you call and actually waited, like, 30 minutes to say that, and you think that's going to get some laughs?
Well, how about this? My face looks like your butt, smothered against a wheelchair seat.
All right, that was a little better. All right, get the hell out of here. Get him out of here. That was a little funnier. I could see people laughing at that one, you stupid, dumb troll. 267, what do you want to talk about?
Hey, Ghost. I was just curious on what you think about Snoop Dogg calling out Arnold Schwarzenegger. He said he called him a racist, right, because he shortened the prison sentence of, I think, the son of one of his friends to, I don't know, like 6 years maybe. I'm not sure. And he's like, he's mad at him because, Arnold back then, he killed Tookie. And if you don't know who Tookie is, he's like the leader of the, he's the guy who.
He created the Crip gang, Tookie. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, so I just want to know, what do you think about that? What do you think about this?
Okay, well, let me tell you, first and foremost, I think Calvin Brodus, a.k.a. Snoop Dogg, is one of the biggest studio gangster jokes of all time. I'm talking not just him. I'm talking the entire NWA, all right? I'm talking Ice Cube. I'm talking Dr. Dre especially. I'm talking all these sons of bitches, all right? Because as far as I'm concerned, these people have exploited their people. And not just exploited them, but influenced them into accepting a ghetto-fied lifestyle as something acceptable, as something meaningful, as something that they've correlated ghettoism with culture. And Who has made money off of subjugating their own people, exploiting their own people, suggesting through their music to murder other people? None other than Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre, and all these other studio-ass gangsters out here. And as far as I'm concerned, I think that anybody who's lost a child to gang violence anytime between 1990 to now, in my personal opinion, have every legal right to sue Snoop Dogg and NWA and Dr. Dre and all these other people for influencing black youth, white youth, Mexican youth to engage in gang ghetto-related activity. All right? I mean, it's a fact. Let me tell you something. I've lived on this earth a good amount of years, all right? And I had never seen gangsters and ghettos and all this other crap. I mean, there were always, impoverished areas of town. I mean, there were always poor areas of town, but I didn't see this embracing of ghetto culture and ghettoism and ignorance and murdering and degeneracy and all this other nonsense until NWA, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and all these idiots came about 1989 to 1992. And once that came about, that was the end, in my personal opinion, of black culture. All right? Because I don't know if y'all folks remember black culture at the time. There was actually an attempt to try to gear black folk into a more positive image. I mean, you had rappers like Kid and Play. Y'all remember Kid and Play? I mean, yeah, they delved into a little bit of cursing in some of their movies and, House Party with a little risque, but they would actually talk about real subject matters, man, like, hey, I need to use protection. Hey, I shouldn't be drinking. Hey, a positive image while, encapsulating a hip-hop culture. But you see, it wasn't until these idiots like Dr. Dre, NWA, Snoop Dogg, and all these other assholes came along and literally exploited an entire culture of people. And I think it's a shame. And let me tell you, if you're black or Mexican or white or Asian, and you're trying to act like some ghetto-fied piece of trash because you listen to this crap, you're the fool. I mean, you have been goofed. You're an idiot, man. I mean, do you understand that? I mean, Calvin Brodus, just look up his name, Calvin Brodus. He was a good student, all right? I mean, there's a picture of him in a freaking tuxedo or some kind of crap like that when he was a young kid, all right? This guy is pure BS. All right, so as far as I'm concerned, I spit on Snoop Dogg, man. I mean, if I saw personally Snoop Dogg, and of course, I wouldn't see him in a bar because he's too much of a pussy to go into a bar by himself. He'd have to have all his, thugs around him. Remember we almost got convicted for murder? Well, why do you think he almost got convicted for murder? Because one of the thugs that were around him blasted some fool that was talking garbage to him, all right? I'm serious, man. I'm telling you, this is ridiculous. Screw Snoop Dogg. Screw, NWA and Dr. Dre and all that other crap. All right? Seriously, I did not see the amount of ghetto-fied, embracing of degeneracy and, these welfare carols, for Christ's sake. Oh, it's the first of the month. Wake up. I had never heard that until these idiots came along. And then when they came along, not only did they encapsulate their own people, that shit spread all over the place. Now you've got idiots that are living in affluent homes that were raised, like Malibu's Most Wanted, like B-Rad. Yeah, B-Rad, Malibu's Most Wanted, baby. That's what you've got thanks to Snoop Dogg. So fuck you, Snoop Dogg, you piece of trash. Look, I'll never see him. He'll never go into a bar. I'm always out here on 6th Street, for Christ's sake. I'll never see him. And if I did, he'd have all his boys around him, but I'd be more than happy to beat the living bejesus out of that piece of trash for exploiting his own people and not giving two rat's asses about it. I spit on you, Snoop Dogg. How can you sleep at night, you son of a bitch? Anyway, folks, my bad. I didn't mean to go off on that soliloquy, but it's the truth, folks. It's the honest to God's truth. All right? Prior to these idiots coming along in the 90s, we had, some rappers and these people that were trying to put a positive spin on black culture. All right? I'm serious. And what happened? These idiots came along and completely made it into utter degeneracy. And look at the black folks now, man. The black folks are so mesmerized with this ridiculous gangster culture that they actually believe it. Yeah, they actually believe that it's real. These idiots made it real, man. Do you understand that? And look, I'm not trying to say that these rappers are the masterminds behind this, because believe me, they are just the vehicle. They're just the idiots on stage. The people that are really controlling these idiots in back of them, like Jimmy Iovine and all these other white and Jewish elitists in Hollywood, are the ones that are doing this to social engineer and wave their little Hollywood wand and have you continuously consume in this ridiculous, degenerate bullshit. All right? So this way, when you're out there and you look like B-Rad or you're acting like some stupid ghetto-fied piece of trash, the government can justify why they have to implement this program, or why they got to extend sentences for this crime, or why they have to, make laws for sagging your pants. I mean, do you understand that? This is all a scheme. So, once again, folks, I'm not, screw Snoop Dogg, screw gangster rap. 99% of the gangster rappers are pure crap. All right, and the ones that are, they die before they make it. Have you noticed all these, I've been hearing all these rappers getting shot lately because these are actual real gangsters trying to get the hell out of the ghetto, trying to make some money out here because that's the only opportunity that they see out of the ghetto. And what's unfortunate about that is that the ghetto, and it doesn't matter if you're a Mexican barrio, a black ghetto, or a white trailer park, once everybody sees somebody in that neighborhood doing something better than them, they're going to do whatever it takes to bring those sons of bitches right back down to their level, folks. All right? I'm not kidding around. They'll do whatever it takes. So that's why it's really difficult, man. If you're in a situation like a black ghetto, a Mexican barrio, a white trailer park, it's hard to get the hell out of there because no one in there is going to tell you, hey, man, get the hell out of here, man. Keep going. We're proud of you. We're in back of you. Hell no, man. They're going to try to trip you up, man. They're going to throw obstacles right in front of your feet. Always remember that. No one's ever going to give you a goddamn thing. And if anybody does, you better consider yourself lucky because no one is going to give you a goddamn thing. Anyway, folks, let's take some Twitter shout-outs, folks. I know I've been going off keister here. I've been having a good time. It's a Baller Friday, baby. And, let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and do a retweet of the first tweet on my Twitter account. All right? I know I retweeted Mimi's Colorado Periscope of the protest because apparently they are happening. The media is just not covering it. But I'm talking about the first tweet that says, True Capitalist Radio now live, spread it around like wildfire. Retweet that tweet on my Twitter account at PoliticsGhost, and I will give you a shout-out live right here on the broadcast right now, for Christ's sake. Once again, retweet that tweet, and I will give you a Twitter shout-out right here live on the broadcast. So, without any further ado, do we have any Twitter shout-outs, engineer? All right, we got some Twitter shout-outs. Let's go ahead and get to them right now. All right, we've got the Salpa, not Rodri. I'm not going to say that, you disgusting prick. Kiwi the Doctor. Jesus, these sick sons of a Ghost Benoit. That's just funny. The Land I Love in the house. Import Guest. Torzier in the house. What's going on? Weeded Dragon 1. Sangus, if I said that correctly. X27 in the house. Sergeant Yoda in the place. We got Fat Jesus 87 in the house. Asho, what's going on with my boy Asho, man? How you doing, man? We've got, I'm not saying that sick-ass name, for Christ's sake. Fidget, my midget. Are you kidding me? Oh, my God, these sick sons of bitches, man. Pear-shaped ghost. Yeah, real funny, asshole. Real funny. Hey, Neil Tyson deGrasse said that our Earth is a pear-shaped Earth, all right? You idiots worship that glorified Caribbean ballroom dancer as some legitimate scientist. Oh, yeah, and speaking of which, did you hear Bill Nye, the stupid, dumbass, totalitarian wannabe science guy, try to come out and suggest that people should be jailed for denying climate change? Are you freaking kidding me? He should be jailed for not even being a real scientist. I know that Sarah stupid Eskimo bimbo Palin said that today, but I hate to say she's freaking right. All right? I mean, seriously, this guy's he's not a scientist. He's not a scientist. Why we believe this man is some sort of brilliant scientist and some sort of lead authority figure on climate science, atmospheric science, scientific water vapor, something related to climate, not at all. This guy is a mechanical engineer, all right? And I don't even think he has a doctorate in that. So you mean to tell me that we're just supposed to take some stupid asshole's word for it because he used to entertain us on Saturday mornings? You got to be kidding me! Screw you, Bill Nye, the science guy. You should be arrested for trying to infringe upon people's free speech. You son of a bitch! Are you kidding me? Jail people for denying climate change, for Christ's sake? You totalitarian scumbag! Seriously, I mean, when people start saying things like, we need to jail him for saying something, I mean, that's when, you need to start considering those people dangerous. All right? Seriously. And let me tell you, Bill Nye, the science guy, is dangerous. And if anybody sees this guy, scream at this piece of trash. Scream that he's totalitarian scum. Because that's what he is. Every one of these idiots that advocates jailing people for speech, you need to scream at these people and tell them that they are totalitarian scum, that they should be jailed for trying to infringe upon somebody else's freedom. You son of a bitch. You're a scientist. You ain't crap. Just because he entertained some young kids on Saturday morning cartoons, we're supposed to, worship this guy? Screw you, you piece of crap. And this is already happening in Germany. Did you hear about this? They're arresting and jailing a German comic because he made fun of the freaking Turkish prime minister or the president, whatever freaking system they got in Turkey. Are you kidding me? I mean, I told you folks out there in Europe, didn't I? Huh? I told you. I'd be very careful from now on if you're in Germany, if you're in the Netherlands, if you're in Belgium, if you're in France. I'd be very careful about what you post on the internet at this point in time. I'd be very careful on what you say on the internet at this point in time, because if they are jailing people because they are insulting another country's president, I mean, Jesus Christ, what's the next step in Germany, man? I mean, seriously, this is getting really seriously scary, man. I mean, when are the fucking people of goddamn Europe gonna rise up? Jesus Christ, seriously, man, when the hell are y'all gonna rise up, for Christ's sake, man? How could you put up with this stupid, dumb, idiot bitch Angela Merkel sitting here jailing people for speech? And it's not even speech against anybody in her country. Oh, my God. I'm telling you, what's next, folks? What's next? And look, this goes to that whole argument that, if women ran the world, there would be no wars. Hey, you've got a woman running Germany, and take a look at what's happening over there because of her stupid, idiotic decisions, huh? I want to put that whole notion to bed that if, women are so superior in their decision-making process or some kind of crap like that. Oh, yeah? Take a look at Germany. Won't you ask your average German on the street on whether or not they consider a woman leader superior to a man leader, all right? Because let me tell you something, what Angela Merkel has done to Germany is an utter historical tragedy. A historical tragedy. And it's not just Germany, it's all over Europe, man. They're being completely taken over by totalitarians, and it's coming this way, folks. I mean, look, I got to give at least Obama this much credit at this point in time. Now, he still could, try to suspend elections. I mean, he still could try to stage some kind of garbage. But let me tell you, I've talked a lot of mad mess about him, this country, this government, and yet all I've gotten was a little bit of intimidation, by some idiots that, try to tell me to shut up, all right? I mean, as serious as that's, I mean, I can accept that. That's part of the game, It's part of the game. But, man, I mean, when they start taking you to jail because you're speaking. I mean, that's serious business, folks. I'm not kidding around, man. I mean, is there nobody going to get angry about this? I don't understand how come Germany and Europe and everybody's just accepting this crap. Man, I can't believe it. I just cannot believe it. Anyway, I don't want to give Obama credit, but like I said, I mean, I've said a lot of things, and the worst I've gotten was, ice cream trucks in the middle of winter. I've had some agents come up to me, folks. I mean, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. But it's just intimidation, big deal, all right? I mean, all it is they come up to you, hey, I'm with this agency, and, hey, what are you doing? And, I mean, it's all it is. You better watch out. You better stop doing what you're doing and all this other crap. Just intimidation, all right? And I can deal with intimidation, man, but when they start throwing you in jail, man, that is serious business, and we better start keeping an eye on people like Bill Nye, the science guy, and anyone else that suggests that we should be jailed because of speech, all right, because those people are dangerous. And believe me, Bill Nye, he may look like some innocent little skinny prick, but because he's using his influence to suggest that people should be jailed for speech is just completely irresponsible and dangerous. And once again, I think this man should be completely blacklisted on any form of legitimacy after that particular comment. All right? I mean, seriously, Bill Nye, fuck you. All right? Sorry for cursing, folks, but screw that asshole. All right? Anyway, let me go back to a couple more Twitter shout-outs. We got AJ Styles in the house. What's going on? We got Alpha9571. We've got... I'm not going to say that sick-ass name, for Christ's sake. The Game Reviewer. We've got, I'm not going to say these stupid names, man. Ghost is Hal Turner. I'm not Hal Turner. We got Commander Biff in the house. 2016 USA defaults. I don't know. I'm not really sure. It may or may not happen. I'm not really sure about that, man. I'm not sure. To be honest with you, folks, I have never lived in a time that is so unsecure financially, politically, and socially. All right, seriously, or economically, I should say. I mean, this is really serious business, man. I think that people need to keep their eyes open on the potential calamity that could happen. I mean, they're out in the open now. I mean, these clandestine bureaucratic forces are just showing their heads. They're showing their totalitarian colors, man. This is serious, man. I'm serious. This is serious. Anyway, folks, let me keep going. ALRnet in the house. Jesus Christ, with these... The fart huffer? Are you... Get this. You get it off the screen, engineer. I'm not saying any of these disgusting names anymore, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Good Lord, man. The fart huffer, man. I mean, where do you idiots come up with this crap? Good Lord. Jesus. What, shaking Japan, asshole? Seriously? I mean, do you idiots even have a soul? Good God. I could guarantee you that you idiots would be great bureaucrats, huh? Oh, yeah, if you could make jokes like that, oh, yeah, you probably would eat babies, wouldn't you sick sons of bitches? Look, Ghost Abbott. Oh, screw you big... Piece of crap! You son of a bitch, that's not funny. That's my governor. You son of a bitch. That's my governor. Don't you scumbags. Jesus Christ. I mean, gee, Ghost Abbott. Ghost freaking Abbott. Freaking hate you. I am not a cripple. You understand that? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I mean, I can't. I'm depressed. I mean, you got these freaking trolls out here trying to call me a cripple. You got freaking the GOP trying to steal it from Trump, for Christ's sake. You got these international bureaucrats trying to show their goddamn totalitarian heads. And I just can't stand it. Damn it. Christ with these people. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I'm sick of this crap. I'm sick of this crap. Jesus Christ. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Give me that freaking mic. I'm telling you, man, I'm sick of this crap. I'm sick of this crap. That's it for the Twitter shout-outs, for Christ's sake. I'm not doing Twitter shout-outs again. You pieces of crap. You people are ruining my Baller Friday. I hope you know this. You people are ruining it. Jesus Christ, you sons of bitches, man. I'm telling you, you heartless sons of bitches. You know that? You heartless sons of bitches. Jesus Christ. Anyway, do we have any more callers, engineer? I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Do we have any more callers? Well, I guess we'll go ahead and take some more callers, and hopefully we can go back to having some kind of goddamn conducive freaking conversation for the next 10 minutes, and then we can go ahead and move on to that fucking ridiculous radio graffiti. Excuse my French, but good God, Ghost Abbott! Ghost Abbott! Jesus Christ. And you know what? Even if I was in a wheelchair, what the hell difference does it make, huh? You're still listening. Jesus Christ, you people are ruining my Baller Friday. I can tell you this right now. You people are ruining it. Let me take a freaking swig of this freaking Johnny Walker Blue Label. Oh, yeah. Anyway, let me take a swig here. Really good. Really good. That always makes everything so much nicer, baby. Woo! I'm telling you, every time you get that Johnny Walker Blue Label on the tongue, baby, woo! So I'm telling you, I'm hyped, man. I'm going to continue partying tonight. I don't know what y'all are doing, baby, but I'm partying. All right. After this, it's Miller time, baby. 6th Street, baby. You know, and as a matter of fact, I like going a little bit more on West 6th Street now because it's a little bit more affluent. You know, East 6th Street used to be great. Don't get me wrong. I still go there. These bartenders, they all know me out there. But to be completely honest with you, I like West 6th Street a lot more. A lot of affluence out there. You know, you can see some celebrities out there. I've actually drank with a few celebrities out there. It's been a great time, man. It's great. It's awesome. Awesome time. Anyway, I'm hype. Let's take a couple of callers here, and then we'll move on to Radio Graffiti. 516-453-9903. It's a Baller Friday, even though these people are ruining it for me. I want to hear from you, folks. It's a free format Friday. We're talking about whatever you want to talk about, folks. Let's go ahead and take some calls. 520, you're on the horn. What do you want to talk about?
Donald Trump, you know, you say that he wants to build a wall. And when you agree with that, people say you're racist. It's really funny. You're racist or xenophobic.
That isn't just the sound of the 2016 Mercedes-Benz C-Class high-strength steel and aluminum frame being formed. It's the sound of conviction. Conviction that created a lighter, quicker, and more efficient C-Class, whose beautiful form commands attention, while its more powerful, fuel-efficient engine demands to be driven. This is what conviction sounds like. Now, discover what it feels like in a 2016 Mercedes-Benz C-Class.
What do you think about that?
Well, I think it's ridiculous. I think it's another leftist agitation method to utilize race as a divisive issue. You know, that's all these communists and leftists and socialists know how to do. I mean, they know how to rabble-rouse, they know how to agitate, but they have no solution whatsoever. Now, why is it okay for Mexico to have a big-ass wall at its southern border, but, you know, we can't have a wall at its northern border? I mean, that doesn't even make any sense. It has this huge border wall next to Guatemala, for Christ's sake, and yet you don't hear them calling Mexico racist. You know what I'm saying? I'm not kidding around. Moreover, have you ever tried to go into Canada, for Christ's sake? I mean, the kind of scrutiny that you have to go through just to get into that pissing ground of a freaking moose-humping country is ridiculous, for Christ's sake. And yet, you got people in Mexico at the Mexican border over here in America, they're just walking through with freaking pounds of drugs in a backpack, for Christ's sake, man. No problem. I mean, this is a freaking logical fallacy. You know, it's a red herring. They're just going to continue to say racist this, racist that. We're protecting our security as far as I'm concerned. All right? And I do agree that we need to bring in immigrants, but we need to bring them legally. You know that Slick Rick, the rapper Slick Rick, this poor bastard just barely became a U.S. citizen today. I think this poor bastard's been living here for I don't know how many years, even went to jail for doing criminality out here, for Christ's sake. And he just barely became a U.S. citizen. I'd like to hear how he feels about illegal immigration. And this is a guy who's made a lot of money off of freaking rapping and acting and doing all kinds of stuff. So for these people that are claiming that anybody's racist because they want the wall to be built, they're just utilizing that as a goddamn agitation method, and anybody who can't see through that is just as ignorant as the people that are suggesting that anybody who wants the wall is a damn racist, all right? So don't let anybody try to, beat you down with that particular notion, baby. We just want to protect our security, all right? It's as simple as that. We want to protect our security, baby. Anyway, let's take a couple more calls and we'll move on here. 516-453-9903 is the number to call here. It's a free format Friday. We're talking about whatever you want to talk about. All right? How about 907? What do you want to talk about, man?
Hey, Ghost. It's me, Mr. 907. I called you 3 times. I think it was 3 or 2 times. But I noticed you were talking about Sarah Palin. I agree that she's a bitch and everything. But the way you portrayed Alaska a couple of years ago, now, I don't want to be that guy, but, we're not Eskimos. We're considered Alaska natives. I mean, to those who are born, to those who just come here and call themselves Eskimo, fuck off. Either way.
Oh, well, okay. I'm sorry if I offended you over there. I mean, geez, all right? Hey, bro, it's a show, all right? All right, I mean, I'm glad that you Eskimos, were able to make igloos and, work around the cold setting and settle that area. All right? I really appreciate it, all right? As a matter of fact, some of my favorite characters on the Crab Fisherman show are Eskimo. All right, so, more power to you, all right? Go have yourself an Eskimo pie and everything will be all right, all right? 703, you're on the horn. What do you want to talk about? 703.
Yes. Hey, Goose.
Yeah,
hey,
what's going on, man?
What did you think about the new Mad Max movie?
Oh man, I'm not a particular big fan of Mad Max in particular. I never really liked the movie in general. I mean, I like Mel Gibson, but I don't like that was not one of my favorite works of his. All right, one of my favorite works of his is actually the movie Maverick. I mean, I know that's probably like, what, Maverick? I'm serious. It's a badass movie. I mean, it's the Old West, the poker player. I mean, believe it or not, you could make money back in the Old West playing poker. I mean, that's how a lot of people made money, gambling. You know what I'm saying? I think that's great. I think that's fun. I mean, the whole adventure of that. Anyway, that's getting off the point. I'm digressing here. 423, what's up? What do you want to talk about? 423, you there?
Hello, it's me, Mimi. Are you there?
How you doing, Mimi? What's going on? What do you want to talk about this evening?
I was going to ask you, I've not really researched a lot about Sanders going to the Vatican. I didn't know if you knew anything about that and could elaborate a little bit.
Sure. As a matter of fact, I think that's trending on Twitter, I believe. Oh, it was. Oh, yeah, here it is. Bernie at the Vatican. Now, let me tell you, I think that Bernie is taking a giant step back politically in trying to vet more voters by trying to utilize this as a ploy to do so. Believe it or not, whoever is his campaign strategist, I think they're committing a big political setback, in my personal view, trying to correlate a socialist. And remember, socialists don't like to pride themselves at all as being any variant of religion. I mean, most of the time, I don't mean to speak for all of them, but most of the time, socialists are atheists. And let me tell you, I'm not an atheist, folks. If you believe that we're just some bacteria on a rock and we're insignificant, well, I feel sorry for you because, I mean, that just goes to show you that you are a completely empty person inside. And it's really sad. I mean, I don't think it's a coincidence. And look, I liked Christopher Hitchens. Some of the things he said was a little off-keister, but, for the most part, he had a fairly decent contribution to the intelligentsia of this country. But I think, in my personal opinion, that's why he got, in my personal view, cancer, and it ate him up pretty quickly because he was a devout atheist and did not care. You're soulless. And, folks, you know what cancer is? It's a living organism, man. It's something that's living inside of you. It's a growth. That they've pulled out tumors that actually have teeth, hair, eyes. This is not, I'm not kidding around. I'm not joking around, folks. This is not, I'm not trying, and I know people always say, oh, yeah, you're a conspiracy theorist. No, I like to know the truth. I question everything. And let me tell you, when you are soulless, these are the people that end up getting the cancers, and when they extract the cancers of their body, these tumors, it's like another entity is growing inside of them. You understand? When you're soulless, when you don't believe that you're anything, if you believe that you're some insignificant piece of bacteria on a rock, well, whatever spiritual that's around us is going to try to enter your soul. Do you understand? Yeah. I know that I may be freaking people out a little bit, or people might say, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, Ghost. No, why do you think tumors? You can look these up. This is the internet. There are tumors, when they extract these things, they have teeth, they have hair. Some of them have eyes. This is a growth within your body because you are soulless. All right, and in my personal opinion, I think that's what happened to Christopher Hitchens, man. He was one of the most soulless men that I have ever seen, and he was proud of it. He defied it. He defied the aspect of spirituality. He defied the idea of any kind of superior deities, for Christ's sake. And look what happened to him, man. And look, to his credit, he did stay an atheist to the end, He did say an atheist to the end. He said that he was going to be an atheist to the end as long as he was lucid and so on and so forth. Unlike the Church of Satan, Anton LaVey, I don't know if you're familiar with that guy, but he saw something that what he wasn't expecting on his deathbed, and one of his followers has went around because, she was there and is saying this story that Anton LaVey, Mr. Satan, Church of Satan starter out here, saw something that he didn't expect, and I guarantee you he's suffering. And not to mention, since we're talking about people's deaths, Stalin, Stalin, he didn't even have a last words. He looked, and according to the reports, he looked shocked. He got up from his bed, and he pointed towards something that nobody could understand what he was pointing to, and looked completely shocked, and then dropped dead. So believe me, if you're going to commit unbelievable, despicable evil on this planet, you will be put in some kind of a realm after you're done from this particular reality or perception. You are going to be put where you have put other people in this perception of reality. And that's just my opinion. People can have their own belief system. People can believe in whatever they want to believe, but the proof is in the pudding, man. These cancers that grow, these tumors that grow, these are things that are trying to enter your body and live through you, man. You understand that? So just think about that for a second, okay? Anyway, folks, I don't want to scare anybody. I know people don't like when I talk like this. People are like, I don't want to hear this, Ghost. This is scaring me, and I don't really like it. And I'm just scared, and I just want to live life and pretend it's all fluffy and care, and everybody loves me, and everybody wants to, prop me up and make me their favorite little boy and their little girl. No! You have to know this, because if you don't, you are going to be the ones in a fetal position, crying in a puddle of your own piss and feces when reality finally strikes its ugly head and you were never prepared for it. It never crossed your mind. You never even thought about it. That's what will make you cower in complete and utter paralyzing fear, is when you don't even think about the possibilities. And when you don't think about the possibilities, that's when you get screwed. Literally or figuratively. Anyway, folks, sorry for getting everybody scared on this Baller Friday, but let me tell you something. I didn't really appreciate the Ghost Abbott name, you piece of trash, all right? Anyway, folks, I think it's about that time for everybody's favorite part of the broadcast, and I'm talking about Radio Graffiti. That's right, folks. Radio Graffiti, the part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. All you have to do is give me a call at 516-453-9903, and when I call on your area code or on your Skype name, you have exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind. And please, when I call on your freaking area code or Skype name, please say something. Please say something. Don't just sit there like a Helen Keller deaf mute, for Christ's sake, man. Good God! Good God! I'm not kidding around. I mean, when I call on your freaking Skype name or area code, do something. Say something ridiculous. Blow a fart. Belch. I mean, do something. And before I get into that, I'd like for everybody to please bookmark the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Every episode that I have ever conducted can be downloaded there for free. So whenever you have spare time or you're bored, go check it out, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And moreover, follow me on Twitter if you haven't already done so. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost. All right, folks, let's go ahead and take it from the top. We're talking about Radio Graffiti, and we're going to start it right now. All right, here we go. 347 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, what's up, man?
Hey, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Good to hear from you. All right, we got Mr. Sir, Radio Graffiti. Or Mr. Sev, excuse me.
Osama bin Laden.
Ah, you son of a bitch. Osama bin Laden. That's horrible, asshole. 520 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, guys, you said you told me to eat haggis, you racist fuck. I ain't shite, you know? Oh, yeah, look at that go down. Oh,
Jesus Christ. A Scottish on the shitter. Are you joking, man? Good Lord. 941 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, just wanted to say keep up the good work and shout out to Templeton.
Hey, thanks a lot, Karaskin, baby. Big American Patriot Radio Graffiti.
Mickey Mouse. You still saying cool? Don't call me cool, moron. Troll, jerk dick. I'm a basic modern friendship, and I don't appreciate surf and turf. Shove Hoop Tickler Jr. up your ass. Elbow. Goddamn. Call Navy Hubby. Asshole. Elbow. Goddamn.
Jesus Christ. Here we go with the remixes, for Christ's sake. Are we going to start this again? Seriously, man? I mean, the evidence of all the freaking hundreds of remixes from 4 years ago are still online. They're still on YouTube, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. 808 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, I just wanted to congratulate Templeton for becoming the Grand Dragon of the Ku Klux Klan for attacking black.
Shut up. Leave my dog alone, asshole, all right? Dick Breath, Radio Graffiti. If you're a tranny, all right, and you're passable,
take 10 steps towards my butt crack.
Shut up, you stupid. You son of a bitch. You goddamn splicing sons of bitches. Goddamn you all. Damn it. God damn you all to hell! Damn it! Jesus Christ, I never said that. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. This freaking mic, for Christ's sake, man. I never said that. That's a damn splice, all right? Now, first and foremost, the reason that I even went into a transsexual soliloquy is because of this overblown out proportion reaction to the North Carolina bathroom law, all right? Now, I'm going to reiterate this one more time because I know that there's some trans testicles out there that listen to me, and I don't know why, but I think I kind of know why. But anyway, if you're passable, then yeah, I don't think that anyone's going to question you going into a woman's bathroom if you actually look like a woman. But if you're one of these cross-dressers or these transvestites, these part-time idiots that just want to throw a dress on whenever they feel like it and think that you're just going to walk in to a woman's bathroom without anybody saying anything, I don't think so, all right? I don't think so. I mean, give me a break, man. I mean, can we get some can we get some balance here? I mean, that's what the North Carolina law is. Now, the Mississippi law, that's completely different, all right? I don't see why people would deny people service. Like, if they come into my business and they're homosexual, lesbian, and I'm not a big fan of lesbos, but, I mean, even if they come in, I'm gonna service whatever they want. They have money. Their money's green, for Christ's sake, man. I'm not going to shoo people away because of what they like to do when they conduct themselves in sexual activity. But this North Carolina law and all these people that are protesting it, I mean, give me a break, all right? Give me a freaking break, all right? If you're a tranny and people still can clock you, then that's your problem, all right? Then you're not a real tranny, all right? I mean, isn't the whole point of being a goddamn trans testicle is to turn yourself into a complete woman? I mean, and if you don't look like a woman, well, then you're not a real tranny. You're a cross-dresser, all right? And let me tell you, from what I understand, and let me tell you, we got a lot of trans testicles walking around out here in Austin. If you call a trans testicle a cross-dresser, I mean, that's like the ultimate insult to these trannies, man. I'm serious. I'm not joking. I'm sorry. Anyway, I just had to say something. That was a splice, and that's why I even alluded to anything transsexual in conversation on this broadcast. Anyway, let's get back to Radio Graffiti. 574 Radio Graffiti.
Thank you for choosing a genuine Hoveround, and congratulations. I'm Tom Cruise, inventor and president of Hoveround. We know
God damn it, you sons of bitch. Shut up with the freaking cripple stuff, all right? Jesus Christ. 646 Radio Graffiti.
Ghost, I'm sick of your shit. I challenge you to a twerking contest at 6th Street. Be there, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, I'll be there, boy. All right, I'll be there. All right? 940 Radio Graffiti.
This is Hank Hill calling about the Craigslist ad about the wheelchair ramp you need made. I'll just say I'll be there.
Jesus Christ. That was a horrible Hank Hill or Henry, whatever freaking impression you were trying. That's horrible. You got to work on it. 248 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, I wanted to, go to Canada and get a moose stuck up my ass. And I want to shove Canadian leaves up my ass. Oh,
Jesus Christ. How about 317 Radio Graffiti?
Hi, Ghost. It's Rainbow Flank. I just wanted to say fuck off Teutonic Plague and stop sucking Ghost dick. Happy Baller Friday.
Well, happy Baller Friday. And hey, why you got to hate on Teutonic Plague, man? Come on. Baltimore Trucker Radio Graffiti. I'm not in a freaking wheelchair, asshole. Look, let me go ahead and do some Fort Lorico. Oh my God! What are you trying to simulate that I've fallen and I can't get up? You piece of crap! I'm not a cripple, all right? Enough of that crap, please. Let's end that stupid troll already. End it. End it today. It's over. I'm warning you. I'm warning all of you. 2 words, all right? 2 words. All I got to say, 2 words. Punitive damages. 256 Radio Graffiti. Get that Soviet crap off my goddamn. Get him off my line. That Soviet garbage, for Christ's sake, man. We're not going to have any of that Stalinist crap around here, boy. Jonas, Radio Graffiti. Damn it. I'm making a freaking mess everywhere because you're in a wheelchair, all right? I'm a goddamn cripple. Jesus Christ. Enough! Enough of the cripple jokes, all right? Enough, for Christ's sake, man. And so what? If I was in a wheelchair, so what? All right? Which I'm not, of course. I mean, I could do Fort Lorico, you know? I've already proved it, you son of a bitch. 530, Radio Graffiti. You're taking too long, for Christ's sake, man. Come on, say something. Don't be a Helen Keller deaf mute. 954 Radio Graffiti.
I bet you're happy about Tax Day for your disability check, True Bureaucrat Radio.
Yeah, shut up, you stupid little kid. Jesus Christ. 786 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, this is Squirrel Hound. All right, what I wanted to say to you, man, to those people who are pretending to be homeless, who are just dropping out of fucking college, fuck them, man. Fuck them. Honestly.
I agree with you, man. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think people should go to college unless they have it fully paid by scholarship or mommy and daddy, gave them a college fund and they're going to go ahead and pay for it. Because if you're going to have to pay for it, don't go. And if you do go, why don't you go to goddamn community college, man? All right? Go to a community college. It'll be far less money. First of all, you'll be able to pay it while possibly working a job. All right, and if you're meant for school, just get a 4.0, 3.8 average in 2 years of community college, and you should be able to apply for scholarships for the next 2 years to get your BA or BS, for Christ's sake, man. But does anybody tell these kids this? Absolutely not. Anyway, 812 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, what do you think? Like, why do you think all these black people are protesting for criminals, basically, and not actually innocent people that were shot wrongfully?
Well, once again, I think I alluded to this earlier in the show. They've got this Snoop Dogg ghetto-fied mentality, man. It's really not their fault. They have been bamboozled by hip-hop and this ridiculous ghetto-fied degeneracy culture that they actually take pride in criminality, man. I mean, just listen to Snoop Dogg's lyrics, man. Just listen to NWA. Listen to the Chronic album. The Chronic album came out in 1992, and then after the Chronic album came out, in my opinion, all hell broke loose, man. All hell broke loose because people started listening to this and thought it was okay to be some, criminal, killer, gangster, thug, degenerate, 40-ounce drinking, Philly blunt smoking piece of trash. So, in my personal opinion, that's why. I mean, they're a victim of their own degeneracy, man. I mean, and the reason I'm saying this is because if anybody should be pissed at the subjugation of criminality and gangsterism, and it should be the black folks, but they need to be, venting their frustration at the right people, all right? And I think they need to vent their frustration at Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre especially, man. This guy's made $1 billion already off of exploiting his people. I mean, just imagine how many people have died listening to these freaking dumbass albums while doing drive-bys or committing armed robberies or murders and so on and so forth. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why, in my personal opinion. Anyway, let's get back to Radio Graffiti. 614 Radio Graffiti.
Ghost, now that Asher was an adult, let's drag him into my tub and break him in. Oh, my.
Oh, Jesus Christ, tub guy, no, not asshole. No, not asshole. Jesus Christ. 610 Radio Graffiti.
Happy Baller Friday, Ghost. Protect the Second Amendment.
Hey, happy Baller Friday, man. 513 Radio Graffiti. I mean, I'm a bureaucrat, and I deserve the respect accorded that title. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Don't you dare splice me referencing myself as some kind of a dumbass bureaucrat. I am not and will never be a goddamn bureaucrat, all right? And anybody who is a bureaucrat, I would strongly advise you to get out of the bureaucratic business before the capitalists take control of the government. And I guarantee you, if Trump is the nominee for the GOP, he's winning the election. And if he's winning the election, it's a capitalist takeover, baby. It's a capitalist takeover, and I'm excited about it. And I'm telling you, and I'm warning all you folks that are living off the government dole, your days are numbered. All right, your days of, it's the first of the month, wake up, wake up, wake up, it's the first of the month. Your days are numbered, okay? And especially you folks that are committing fraud on these systems, man. I guarantee you Trump is going to look through all these rolls here, and he's going to find the fraud. And you've heard him talk about it in speech, folks. He's talking about there's a lot of fraud. There's a lot of fraud going on. What do you think he's going to do? Just stop the fraud payments? Absolutely not. He's going to stop the fraud payments and go right after those sons of bitches who've been collecting for the past 8 years in complete and utter fraudulent style. And if you don't got the money, well, then we're going to take it out of your ass, and we're going to put you in jail, and you're going to work for it. How you like that, huh? I'm telling you, I know you think that it's I'm just kidding. I know you think that it's a joke. Just wait and see, boy. Just wait and see. Woo! I can't wait, baby. That's why I'm back. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Anyway, let's go on to Radio Graffiti. UK Ghosty, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. Firstly, shout out to Paul. I want to know how I can capitalize on Brexit EU vote. I want to get some financial compensation if it all goes tits up when we decide to stay in.
Well, to be honest with you, I really don't know, man. I mean, it sounds to me like there's going to be some economic sabotage before the Brexit vote is even coming about. I mean, I think that the IMF is going to implement something, and they're going to have some economic sabotage. In my personal opinion, I'd be very careful and be very observant about what's happening as you go into that vote. But in my personal opinion, I don't think it's a bad deal. I mean, I think the UK is more than capable of taking care of themselves, all right? And moreover, I think that also the UK needs to start reevaluating itself into a more Margaret Thatcher-esque type of tenure, more of a Margaret Thatcher-esque type approach to their economy. And in my personal view, I think that the UK could prosper generously. I mean, I don't think it's an accident at the end of Wall Street 2, Gordon Gekko moves his office to London. I mean, London is the financial center of the world, man. So, I mean, I think that the UK people are in not only the right and have the right, but I think they should get the hell out. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's continue going, man. 403, Radio Graffiti. You're taking too long. Come on, man. How about 732, Radio Graffiti?
Bill the Science Guy's an idiot because he said NASCAR should be all electric.
Well, I didn't understand what you said. 205, Radio Graffiti. Helen Keller, deaf mutes, for Christ's sake. Why call then, for Christ's sake? 410, Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Bernice and Joy, tell everyone which our wheelchair got you to the Grand Canyon.
Stupid wheelchair. Shut up with the wheelchair crap. 630, Radio Graffiti. Oh, Jesus Christ. 510, Radio Graffiti.
Cans, poop tickler, brony,
Oh, Jesus Christ. Shut up. 204, Radio Graffiti.
Hi, this is Mike from Petco. I'm just calling to let you know that your shock collar shipped in the total, including shipping and handling, will be $14.88. Thank you and good luck.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. And first of all, anybody who puts a shock collar on their dog should have a shock collar put on them for an hour and having a bunch of trolls just messing with it for a complete hour and see how they feel, all right? Shock collars are a torturous method on you training your dog. All you got to do is show your dog that you love the damn thing, and it'll do whatever you tell it. You freaking sick bastards! I'm serious. I'm telling you, you dumbass shock collar bastards. Anyway, who else we got? We got 201 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, is this True Bureaucrat Radio?
No, shut up! Shut your hole. 775 Radio Graffiti.
You're a bureaucrat. You'll hang up on me right now.
Yeah. Shut up. I'm hanging up on you. I'm a capitalist, boy. 661 Radio Graffiti.
Sorry, Ghost, but your granny didn't make it out of the Jedi Temple. The clones got to her.
Well, shove it up your ass. Don't talk about my granny, boy. 315 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, can you tap some Floricos or whatever it was with your walking cane again, please?
Oh, shut your ass, all right? You don't even know what 4 Lorico is, man? You don't even know what 4 Lorico is? Give me a break. 516 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. It's good to have you back, man. I mean, like, you know, when I found out you came, I actually found out that you came back today, and I've listened to your broadcast in the past, and I just got to say, you and Ash Hole friends? I mean, like, who would have guessed?
Well, no, man. Let me tell you, Ashole's growing up, man. He understands what's going on around these world. He understands that he wants a better America. He understands he wants some opportunity. He doesn't want handouts. You know, he wants to be able to make his own money. You know, he wants to be able to buy his own home. He wants to be able to buy his own car. I don't blame Asshole, man. I don't blame him. I'm proud of him. Anyway, Cave Johnson, Radio Graffiti.
When did you decide to quit your job?
When I found out I was eligible for unemployment insurance. Will you stand in the unemployment line with me?
Oh, Jesus Christ, you son of a bitch. And, I mean, I'm telling you, you know, unemployment, another ridiculous, pathetic abuse of taxpayer money. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all these sons of bitches, you know what they do, right? I mean, they come up to my business all the time, all right? And they just come up and just ask, hey, man, you hiring? And I'm like, no, we're not hiring. Well, can you sign this for me? Because I gotta show that I went out looking for a job and you're not hiring. And I tell these sons of bitches, no, I'm not going to sign that. You kidding me? No, you son of a bitch. You go out and you try to find yourself a goddamn job, you freaking off the freaking government dole mooching piece of fourth flushing loser trash. Anyway, Burncastle Witch, Radio Graffiti.
You're a mean one, Mr. Trump. You really are a heel. You're as racist as a Klansman dipped in dumb, misguided zeal.
No, shut your ass. Shut your ass, all right? I mean, you know, you idiots can continue to forward that narrative that he's a racist, but this man has gotten the endorsement of black folks, of Latinos, Asians, you name it. So don't sit here and try to continue this false narrative. It ain't going to work, boy. 347 Radio Graffiti.
Dude, Ghost, this is Waldy. Can I just say something real quick, man? I
Go
actually
ahead.
met my myself and my, current LDR, girlfriend, we both used to listen to this show way back in 2012. And I'm actually planning to, move out to her and, I finally be with her from this show. Thanks, Ghost, for, many amazing years of laughter and all this shit. And also, feel the burn!
Hey, well, I don't know about feel the burn, but, hey, I appreciate the fact that, you and your girlfriend met through the True Capitalist Radio. You know, we're bringing people together, for Christ's sake, man. Look at that, huh? Take that, eHarmony, with your stupid, ridiculous... What is that? Oh, we have a patented set of questions that'll guarantee that you will get the ultimate partner. Shut your ass. All right? Shut your ass. 517 Radio Graffiti.
My favorite pony is...
Who cares what your favorite pony is, all right? A Tango Whiskey, Radio Graffiti.
I am a bureaucrat. I don't care. I'm a bureaucrat. I don't care. I don't care. I'm a bureaucrat. I don't care. True Bureaucrat Radio.
God damn it. You idiots are going to harp on this bureaucrat crap, aren't you, you sons of goddamn troll bitches? You're going to harp on this, aren't you? Let me tell you something. I will never be a goddamn bureaucrat. Do you understand that? I will never be a soulless, compartmentalized, psychopathic bureaucrat. I will never, ever be a bureaucrat. I'd rather die than be a goddamn bureaucrat. 239, Radio Graffiti.
Holy shit, is this Alex Jones? Hey, man, it's an honor to finally be...
Shut up. I'm not Alex Jones. Shut up. All right? 862 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost.
Okay, I guess so. 5-1. I mean, really? You think you're going to be able to be the new guy that does that? 502 Radio Graffiti.
I heard you were drinking Johnny Roller, bureaucratic label, sell out.
Shut up, you stupid bureaucrat! I'm not a goddamn bureaucrat. I will never be a bureaucrat. Are you understand that? I mean, I'm a capitalist. And I deserve the respect accorded that title. Don't you ever forget it, boy. Damn it, give me the mic. Give me the freaking mic, for Christ's sake, man. I'm only going to take a couple of more callers, for Christ's sake. because I'm sick of this goddamn bureaucrat talk, boy. You understand that? I'm sick of it. 918 Radio Graffiti.
Boomer Sooner, Texas sucks.
Yeah, shove it up your ass, all right? 201 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, I'm with you all the way, Ghost. Long live bureaucracy and feel the burn.
Shove it up your ass, all right? Hey, where were you socialists when they took out a true socialist like Gaddafi, you dumbasses, huh? I mean, I never hear you idiots talk about the only socialist model that half-ass worked ever. You know, that just goes to show you how ignorant of socialism that you idiot socialists are, dumbasses. 609 Radio Graffiti.
Drinking sage or pussy juice?
Oh, Jesus Christ, you sick son of a bitch. 205 Radio Graffiti. Oh, you're taking too long, for Christ's sake. Let's take some Skype. Do we have any more Skype callers, engineer? All right, let's see who we have here. How about Mike Olymp, Radio Graffiti? Oh, you're taking too long, for Christ's sake. Facebook, Radio Graffiti. Jesus Christ, you Helen Keller deaf mutes? How about 831 Radio Graffiti?
Do you know tumble tanning out your grandmother while you stand your around and masturbating?
All right, that's it. You idiot. You've ruined my Baller Friday. That's enough. Enough of the characters. Enough of freaking Mickey Mouse. Enough of Kermit. Enough of the bureaucrat. Enough of the freaking wheelchair. Enough of this crap. I'm done. All right? I'm not letting you idiots ruin my Baller Friday. I'm out of here, baby. Follow me on Twitter. Politics Ghost is the name to follow on Twitter, folks. Politics Ghost. And, of course, bookmark the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. It is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. It's a Baller Friday, baby. Go out. Celebrate the weekend. If you're a capitalist, cheers to you, for Christ's sake. I know you're paying taxes this weekend, but know this, that we are the machinery that keeps government alive, and these people that are in office, we own these little people. We own these little bureaucrats. We own them. They belong to us. And, folks, as capitalists, we cannot let them forget that. Do you understand that? We can't let them forget it. Anyway, folks, I want to thank you for tuning in with me. I will be back Monday, same place, same time, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. Okay, and let's make sure that the Trump train keeps rolling, steaming ahead like a goddamn runaway train, and let's make sure that we do everything that we possibly can, everything that's in your capability of doing, to spread the word that Donald Trump must be president. He is our last stand. He is our last hope. This is humanity's, in my opinion, last stand against these soulless, disgusting bureaucrats. Do you understand that? It's pathetic. Anyway, folks, I am out of here, folks. Thank you once again. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. I mean, Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, what else can I say? Long live the capitalist army, baby. I mean, I think we're off the air here. Are we off the air? Hey, 646, you there? All right, well, let's keep Radio Graffiti on for another 10 minutes, all right, so that everybody can hear this on the podcast when they download it, for Christ's sake. A little bit extra material. So for all you folks that are listening in right now, that are on the phone, by God, you're in for a treat, because we're going to continue Radio Graffiti right now. Post live show Radio Graffiti, you folks are in for a treat, because everybody who's listening live, they're not listening to this right now, baby. You understand? This is exclusive post-show Radio Graffiti, and it starts right now. Woo! 786 Radio Graffiti.
Is this the crusty bureaucrat?
Now, shove it up your ass with the bureaucrat talk, boy. All right? 210 Radio Graffiti. Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on. 513 Radio Graffiti.
Ghost has an illegitimate black son. His name is Mr. Obama himself.
You son of a bitch. I never said, you splicing bastards, man. splicing assholes, all right? 510 Radio Graffiti.
Ghost is a shill for Israel and Federal Reserve because his granny is Aunt Frank.
Yeah, real funny asshole, all right? Yeah, I'm a shill for... You ain't shill for nobody, boy. I'm a capitalist, and always remember that, boy. Kirkland, Radio Graffiti.
Do you like to sit on your wheelchair and watch your wife and kids get fucked by...
Shut up, shut up, shut up. I'm not in a goddamn wheelchair. Shut your ass. All right? 310 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost. I'd just like to say that I am a long-time listener, first-time caller, and I'd like to congratulate you on being such a wonderful bureaucrat.
I'm not a bureaucrat, you stupid, dumb, four-eyed, freckle-faced sounded geek, all right? I'm not a damn bureaucrat, and shut up about it. I'm not. I'm a capitalist, and don't you ever forget it, boy. 727 Radio Graffiti.
Yeah, man, I want to know if, or actually just if and when you fucking got bought out by the Jews, or if you have always been a...
Oh, shut up, you freaking anti-Semite, shut up. 541 Radio Graffiti.
Thank you for speaking the truth, Ghost.
Hey, I appreciate it. No problem. Thank you for listening. 530 Radio Graffiti. Jesus Christ. What are you sticking the phone in your shit funnel or something? 503 Radio Graffiti. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. You go take care of that kid. 615 Radio Graffiti.
Hey, Ghost, I was just wondering, did you inherit your wheelchair from your granny?
Shut up with this cripple talk, all right? Shut up. 410 Radio Graffiti.
Round, round, get around, I get around, yeah, get around, round, I get around. If you're having trouble getting around, you need a hover-around power jet.
God damn it with this cripple crap. Shut up with the cripple crap. Jesus Christ. 610 Radio Graffiti. I have no idea what the hell you're doing. 574 Radio Graffiti.
Stop trying to deep throat the phone.
What does that mean?
Stop eating, you fat bitch. Stop eating.
Hey, I'm not a fat bitch, okay? I'm not fat.
Stand here.
Myself. Why?
Stupid moron.
To me like that.
You stupid.
What the hell are you doing with my voice to some, sounds like half a tard? What are y'all doing over there? Jesus Christ. 256 Radio Graffiti.
Is this me?
Yeah, it's you. What's up?
Hello? Oh, shit, yeah. Hey, I don't know if this is the right time to talk about it or not, but I had, like, some shit happen on my college campus. Am I in the right time to talk about that, or is this...
No, go ahead. What is it, man?
So, like...
What is it?
I go to school at Clemson, and someone hung a bunch of bananas off of an African...
Oh, man, you know what? I don't want to hear it, man. You're just going to give fervor to, these leftists, and I don't want to hear it. And not to mention, it's post-show Radio Graffiti, and I just want to get done with this and, continue forward and continue with my Baller Friday, baby. Woo! 907 Radio Graffiti.
Are you tired of getting around by crawling? Then order a hover-round chair. We promise you that these...
Oh, Jesus Christ, with this freaking crap. 204 Radio Graffiti.
Johnny Roller, bureaucrat label, sell out.
Oh, you freaking scumbag. Stupid son of a bitch. Freaking scumbags, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm getting a little tired of this. I'm getting a little tired of this. I'm telling you, I'm getting tired of it, boy. I'm getting tired of it. Son of a bitch. Jesus Christ. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Give me my mic, for Christ's sake, all right? I'm only taking a few more calls because I refuse, all right? I refuse to allow you sons of bitches to ruin my Baller Friday. Do you understand that, boy? Do you understand that? Anyway, we got twerty radio graffiti.
Get along with everybody. But I say this every night, every day, every afternoon, and it's so true. Golf is a mess. Golf is a waste. Golf is a big, fat mess.
Yeah, real funny, asshole. True Capitalist 101, Radio Graffiti. God, I'm telling you, man. You know what? That's it, all right? I'm ending the show now. That's enough post-radio graffiti. Once again, folks, I want everybody to please follow me on Twitter at follow me on Twitter at PoliticsGhost. PoliticsGhost is the name to follow, and of course, go ahead and bookmark the website, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. All right, folks, this is it. I am truly signing off. I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. This has been a pretty decent Baller Friday edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and let me tell you something, man. Woo! I'm hyped. I'm going to 6th Street right now, baby. Military, baby. Baller Friday style, baby. Partying like a capitalist, baby. I'm going out. I'm celebrating the weekend, baby, because I am a capitalist. I'm proud of it, baby, and ain't nobody can stop me. Not Obama, not these freaking socialists, nobody. I got the game beat, and I'm going to continue to beat it, baby. I'm going to continue to carve out my own destiny. I'm going to continue to carve out my own level of success, and you should too, folks. So what are you doing? Come join us. Join the capitalist army. And all you got to do is be a worker, folks. All you got to do is make your own money. All you got to do is not collect from the government dole. All you got to do is want to be somebody who wants to make their own decisions and carve out their own destiny with their own skills, their own prowess, their own creativity. I'm calling on you to join the capitalist army. Follow me on Twitter. PoliticsGhost is the name to follow. Until Monday, have a good weekend. Drive safe. Don't drink and drive because you might spill something, folks. I'm out of here. Long live the capitalist army, and death to socialism, and death to feminism.
That isn't just the sound of the all-new 2016 Mercedes-Benz GLC being put through its paces. It's the sound of innovation. The innovation behind one of the most advanced SUVs on the road today. With multiple driving modes, a suite of intelligent drive systems, and a technology-filled cabin that sets new standards in modern luxury. This is what innovation sounds like. Now, discover what it feels like in a 2016 Mercedes-Benz GLC.
Some equipment described as optional.